Death Valley really will get into full gear against Louisiana Tech, and we are underway. Louisiana Tech in red and white. Caden Durham on his right hip. He gets the carry to start the opening drive. Chester moves in at center. Good protection. Nussmeier throws that way. Dials up a deep shot. And it's intercepted. Big takeaway. Michael Richard on a deflected ball in the secondary. They keep it on the ground. Nowhere to run. This LSU run defense was... Kickoff gets it out quickly. Sets up a third and manageable. First third down test. Another deflected ball falls incomplete. Second and 6. Play action. Nussmeier surveys, checks it down to Durham. Pressure comes. Nussmeier gets rid of it. It's caught. First down LSU. Xavier Thomas bounced out of bounds. First and 15. Nussmeier right on the money. Dropped, broken up in the secondary. Johnson in motion. Nussmeier looking that way. Checks it back over the middle. It's caught. Spun down immediately. Scoreless. Nussmeier trying to change that. On a 3rd and 17. Throws on the run. On its way. Short. Ramos gets a redo here from 51. And he misses it. Kickoff swallowed up in the backfield that time. Trey Kickoff, the quarterback. LSU brings pressure, gets rid of it quickly and dropped. Starting from inside their own 2-yard line. Durham looking for a hole, can't find one, falls forward.
Up a lot of screens.
Second and 8. Play action. Nussmeier surveys. Nobody open. Scrambles from the back of his own end zone. Throws.
And Nussmeier's looking downfield, and there's no LSU wide receiver open. These guys got to do a better job of getting open.
3rd and 8. Bulldogs only send 3 again. Nussmeier throws. It's caught for an LSU first down. Barryon Brown. Nussmeier in trouble. Escapes. Throws on the run. And that's caught. Gets the carry. This Louisiana Tech run defense has been impressive for the opening quarter. Michael Richard, who throws it quickly. Pass is caught. That's Barryon Brown again.
Free access throw. Nussmeier looks out, he sees the corner bail. Boom, that ball goes right to the outside, no hesitation.
Completions in total command at the line of scrimmage. A slower start tonight from where he left off last Saturday. They go back to the ground game. There's a flag right at the line of scrimmage. Running it on 2nd and 15. Thomas steps on the gas. Inside the 20, tiptoe down the sideline. A huge run. Thomas. Inside the red zone for the first time. Durham, so shifty. Made a year ago, Durham, he has had a strong start to his sophomore campaign. 2nd and 6, inside the 10. Nussmeier surveys, rolls right, throws, and it's dropped in the end zone. Aaron Anderson could...
Exactly the catch radius of some of these other guys, but this is a ball that just Garrett Nussmeier is to Anderson a little high.
3rd and 6, Nussmeier steps up, floats it, and it's caught. Touchdown LSU, but there's a flag in the backfield.
Run this thing in, and he might have been able to do that, but he stays calm in there and just bides a little bit of time. That's a perfect pass.
In 11 plays, 98 yards for the opening touchdown. Would come from JUCO to now playing against the SEC. A broken tackle after the catch. Mark. 2nd and 2, handoff to Wiggins. Relentless defense, play action. Kickoff couldn't get rid of it in time.
And coverage here.
Kickoff floats it out of the backfield, taken down.
They need to be fired up. They need to be calmed down. He delivers it.
Louisiana Tech decides to punt and not go for it on a 4th and 4. Nussmeier, pressure comes, throws over the middle. That's caught for a Tigers first down. Barry Brown.
Follow your trail.
Durham in motion. Nussmeier looks that way. Now redirects. Right again, over the middle, wide open. The tight end, Bauer Sharp. Pitch. Aaron Anderson on an end around. 1st and 10. Play action. Nussmeier. He was looking for a deep shot. Nobody open. He just has to throw it out of bounds. Ball's thrown more than 20 yards tonight. Bubble screen. Aaron Anderson just churning those legs forward. Nussmeier, pressure coming, throws, passes caught. Aaron Anderson knew where the first down marker was, extended that.
That creates championship football. I mean, the presence of mind of Aaron Anderson to know with his back turned, he's back. He don't know exactly where that first down marker is, but he knows it's close and reaches that ball out.
The backfield on the left hip of Nussmeier. Gets the carry, breaks a tackle, makes a few more men miss and turns it into positive yardage after he almost lost 4 on the play. Turn for another 3rd down conversion here. Nussmeier throws. Flags come in, 3 of them in the secondary.
You know, you can see the left hand on the jersey, and there really was no effort to get his head turned back at the wing at the bottom of the screen here.
Goes in motion. Nussmeier looks that way, throws that way, jump ball. It's incomplete. Nussmeier in trouble. Escapes the sack, rolling right, throws on the run. And Ramos puts it right through. But Louisiana Tech holds the Tigers to 3. The different programs, they stayed tight. Families would vacation together.
Good friend and a great coach. It's working out for him.
They brought him over from Missouri, where he showed that he had an SEC. Kickoff on a 3rd and 9. LSU only sends 4, but it's enough pressure. Kickoff tried to escape the sack, and down he goes. Harlem Perry, the true freshman, into the backfield for the first time tonight. LSU a 10-0 lead, looking to add some more before halftime. A good burst from Barry. More than 3 minutes remaining. They keep it on the ground with Thomas. Ball came out.
Right on the football, and Cameron Carter is right there, just can't pull that ball in before it goes out. Very fortunate there. What a play by Foster, though.
Nussmeier throws quickly. Barry Brown the catch. He's met immediately, but brings up Garrett Nussmeier and this Tigers offense. Play action. Nussmeier throws. Nussmeier, easy throw. Plenty of room to run all the way to the 45-yard line for Caden Durham. Pressure comes. Nussmeier has to take the sack. A loss of 9 on the sack.
Around the right tackle, Weston Davis.
Pressure comes again. Nussmeier just has to throw it away. No, the punt in this first half. Grant Chadwick, the sophomore, out to do it. Well, they fake it on the punt recovery. Set to kick it away to start this second half. LSU a 10-0 lead. Louisiana Tech ready to receive. Fred Robertson from inside his own 5-yard line. Met the passing game on display on this first drive, trying to ignite the Louisiana Tech offense. Blown up in the backfield. This LSU defense shot. Told us yesterday, feels like we're kids again, just flying around the backyard making plays. 3rd and 9. Kickoff in trouble. Escapes the sack. Flag down on the field. Against LSU tonight, a unit that's been near flawless when you consider what they did against Clemson last Saturday. And
those short routes.
They run it on 2nd and 5. Harold Perkins. LSU's pressure has been relentless. They send 4 here. Kickoff. Kickoff trying to pick it up with his feet, and he lost his footing. Like he had some blood on his left arm too.
Rough out there, man.
Yeah, playing the number 3 team in the country on a Saturday night in Death Valley. Line. He's already thrown 10 incompletions tonight. That's as many as he threw the entire game against Clemson last Saturday. And, you know, the Tigers have really failed. That's what they go to here, a quick hitter. Nussmeier set to throw. Tosses it to Xavier Thomas. Finding ways to establish the run, exploit the run game. Nussmeier goes under center, flips it on an end around. Barryon Brown showing off the speed into the secondary for an LSU first down, gain of 15.
Another example of great perimeter.
Started from their own 10-yard line. Now inside the Bulldogs 40. Keeping on the ground. Nussmeier surveys. Rolls to his left, good protection, throws to the end zone, on the run, jump ball, knocked down, incomplete. Number 3 team in the country, they're playing like it. 3rd and 8, Nussmeier trying to keep the drive alive in a deflected ball.
He had a couple nice plays. Then picked up some chunk yards but weren't able to convert.
It's not always the fan in the stands or the crazy tailgater, but Broussard's love for LSU drove him to accomplish from Broussard to the next oldest band member. Kickoff in trouble on a 3rd and 10. Wrestled down. This one from the Bulldogs 33. Barryon Brown, speedster, turns the corner. Empty set for Nussmeier. Good protection. Floats it to Aaron Anderson. Splits 2 tacklers. Another LSU first down. Bunch set. Durham the handoff. Powerful runner. Churning those legs forward inside the 5. They run it with Durham. Trying to push that pile. Falling forward. Did he break the plane? Yes! Touchdown, LSU!
And Jay, I think Brian Kelly wanted to send a message here. You know, we're not going to mess around. We're not going to get cute. We're going to put 4 tight ends in the game.
And you can't bring in all those transfers unless you have that established culture that you're talking about, Rocky. But you bring
record on tape of playing great high-level college football. You know, so many of these transfers, they come and, oh, well, these linebackers look like they're going to come here.
3rd and 6. They don't go. Long at 49. He's had 2 that has completely gone off his foot the wrong way. This backs up inside the 20 for Thomas. Finds the edge, knocked out of bounds. We're talking about his son's baseball equipment, so decided to start cutting his own bats after LSU football practice. And 3rd and long upcoming for LSU. They're 0 for 2 on 3rd and 9 or longer. Backpedaling, Nussmeier right on the money. Garrett Nussmeier delivers. NFL mock drafts this week after the win against Clemson. You know, his dad, Doug, he's right down the road, the new offensive coordinator. Didn't matter for Nussmeier. 1st and 20 after the penalty. Nussmeier throws, risky pass, and it pays off! Caught by Barryon Brown, bounces it outside. This drive for Nussmeier, slings it, bubble screen. Thomas, tough to take down. Empty set. trying to punch it in for a touchdown. Steps up, throws. A yard in front of Kyle Parker. 10th play of the Tiger drive. Rolling right. Looking over his options, nobody open. Nussmeier in trouble, spun down. 46 yards for Damian Ramos. He missed from 51 earlier tonight. He atones for it here.
I agree.
I don't think a lot of offenses are going to find success against Blake Baker's LSU defense.
No, I think it's a situation when you get Blake Baker some reps here.
Well, that's funny. Blake Baker's
He's Blake Baker too.
Pressure comes. Baker hit as he threw it. Nearly intercepted.
Can't really find one.
Baker in trouble. Say they have followed it up with an equally great performance defensively tonight. A miscue in the special teams game, though. Zach. Instead of repunt, Thomas fields it cleanly at the 40. Trying to make something happen, gets you to Bulldogs territory.
Offense has just really struggled last year and this year so far.
Latulis returns it to the 25-yard line. Iraqi is a former defensive player.
Dominic McKinley, maybe one of the greatest athletes on the field.
3rd and 6. Pass caught by Eli Finley, about half a yard shy of the first down mark. Under center, and they're going to take a play out of the Eagles playbook and go for a tush-push against LSU, and they get it.
Get all hunkered down in there and try to get underneath the guy in front of you.
I think it should be outlawed. I just don't think it's football, you know, it's rugby.
It is boring. Running quarterback and very effective. You pretty much negated that all night.
Baker taking a shot, and that should have been intercepted. Blown up in the backfield. Baker didn't have a chance. Jack Pyburn, the transfer from Florida.
They'll dial it up again here. Here it comes.
Here's pinned back. Baker throws wide open. Busted coverage. And it's a Louisiana Tech touchdown on 3rd and 17. Devin Gandy was wide open.
I think it was Jacob Fields coming off the offense's right side, the defensive back. He came and there was absolutely no one out there covering Gandy. Buddy.
That's the 3rd string quarterback, Blake Baker, who's come into the game very well. They decided to actually kick it deep. Barrion Brown over the shoulder. Look at the speed from Brown all the way to midfield. 2nd and 9. Tigers keep it on the ground. Big hole opened up. Berry spins out of a tackle. Still loose. Harlem Berry bouncing it outside, inside the 10. Jackson.
He's open because he's 6'7".
They go back to Berry, fighting forward but short. And that puts the Tigers up by 16. So 2-possession game, but you go from a 13-point lead to a 16-point lead. And Clemson a 58, and Brian Kelly fired back with, well, he's either a good grader for him or a...
Make the argument that it's maybe better to have a game like this instead of one where you blow out a team by 52 points and, boy, everything's great and all that.
He could go to college early to join his brothers.
That's the one I've never heard of. Usually you reclassify it down.
Right.
The story coming out of this, Jay, is what is the health of the center, Braylon Moore, and the tight end, Trey Green, both.